I'm Delvin Hill. I did mine based off what we were doing in English 1301. And basically what the assignment was get a provocative ad, and the majority of the ads were basically women doing, of course, sexual things. So that started making my mind tick. So I labeled it The Truth. This first page just gives me a little bit of history about me. Basically, I want to be a lawyer in the future. I'm on MOOC court. I'm doing student government. Down here I took furthermore about why I want to do it, because of my English teacher, CJG. So, if you please join me. All right, now, sex has been out there forever. I mean, how do you think we got here? So, it's no surprise that throughout history, you've seen sexual objects such as like ancient Greece, you had gods or goddesses or statues of women, basically with just the cleavage hanging out. I mean, she didn't even have any arms. As I talk about throughout history, women have tried to fight for equal rights and stuff like that. They tried so hard to work with men, and then like, even when they tried to work with men, they were called like Rosie's Riveters. They were basically behind the scenes. Even when they were behind the scenes, men thought they were tangible objects. They would, of course, act sexual towards them. They didn't see them as equal partners. Even when we went to war, we had women in awkward positions. I mean, we had planes hard to get. I mean, no offense or anything, when I'm trying to shoot for war, I'm trying to make sure I kill the other person. I don't have time to look at what's on the side of the machine. So even from back then, we started putting women in awkward positions. And now I want to talk about current times. Now, if you look at some of the ads, especially this one about Puma,
kind of provocative on this page.
especially about Puma, I mean, what does that look like to you? It sure doesn't look like they're studying. It sure doesn't look like she's running. It looks like she's doing a sexual object, doing sexual things to this person. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, we're supposed to be advertising the shoes. Now, I don't want to put on these shoes if I got to do all that. Then you have Tom Ford, or I think it's called Tom Ford, selling his cologne. Now, speaking as a young man, the first thing that comes to my mind is not the cologne. If you go further down, you have this condom ad. Now, I think that one was probably the worst ad, because then it's saying like, women are just sexual objects. That's pretty much saying women are just sexual objects. I understand it's a condom, you're supposed to protect yourself and stuff like that, but I don't think it's necessary to show something like that to you. Further down there's another Tom ad. This one was for Nike. Nike does shoes. Do you see any shoes anywhere in this ad? But going back to the, scroll up real quick. Basically I just talk about how like magazines just portray women in sexual manner. I mean, it's come to a point where you're not even really selling the object. It's like you're selling the person, really. No person should have to, I guess, turn in their I don't know how you say it, but no one should have to be displayed in this manner to get whatever they need to be sold. If your product is that good, just sell the product. Going to the next thing. Now, I'll talk about the future because, especially with people my age, and so you look at me and think I love R&B and stuff like that, yeah, you can assume that. Basically, kids that are more urban, so to speak. Of course, you see Lil Wayne, he's got like 50 women around him. I'm sure some of y'all may have seen the Tip Drill video. That alone is just ridiculous of how today's society, it's okay to portray women in any fashion that you want to. This is a video, it's really, I wanted you to hear it, but did you want to play it? I mean, you don't have to. I mean, don't pay attention to the pictures. The pictures don't really matter. Alright, you can't really hear it, but let me give you a summary of what she's basically saying. She's saying a girl her age basically shouldn't be seeing women portrayed, and she should see women as being like the forefront, like, Condoleezza Rice, like, she should see women that are actually doing something in the world that are beneficial, that she wants to idolize them. But at the same time, she's saying we shouldn't look down upon women who do this as a career. Some may even think women may be playing the males and doing this as a mastermind. Maybe women are behind it because men are foolish and not enough to see it, but we're paying them to do this stuff. She's also saying that just because a woman does stuff like this, it doesn't mean that she's necessarily a bad person. Maybe this is all she could do to provide for her family and stuff like that. I still think it's wrong, but that's my personal view. I mean, one could argue that, hey, it's a source of income, hey, she's taking care of business, and she's getting paid. You scroll down, I was talking like this right here was, you can play a snippet of it, you can even go in the middle if you want to. But basically, these are a couple of icons. As far as like R&B people go, you have,
talking about hip-hop and black women.
there you go.
First thing that I want to talk about is something that I call walking lanes. For better or worse, women have become an integral part of hip-hop music and images, as seen in this 50 Cent video for In the Club. They are often the subject and source of provocative rap lyrics. And in many videos, like Jay-Z's Big Pimpin', female models far outnumber the artists themselves.
There's been a turn in the tide where we have a plethora of female bodies represent this culture, but no female voices.
Some say women in hip-hop videos are adornments, much like jewelry, nothing more than walking bling.
The video continues to talk about different aspects of how women are used. One thing that Young Gotti said when the lady asked him, how would you feel if your daughter was portrayed in one of these videos? And like, you pretty much flipped out. Young Gotti, he does a lot of videos and he's had women not wearing the best of outfits. And then when she said, how would you feel if your daughter was in one of those videos? He pretty much flipped out. So, I mean, if you don't want your daughter doing it, why would you want somebody else's girlfriend, daughter, mother, etc. doing stuff like that? I understand the world is not perfect, but at the same time, you got to think, man, would I want my daughter doing something like this? Or why can't I go a step above and clothe my women and actually sell my lyrics and not a video? If you want to go to the next page. Now, basically, I went on Facebook and I gave a link to my website, and I had a couple. I did women and men, but this one's the women. I did basically what some of them think. Among some of the things that weren't on there, you had women saying like, someone was like, I can't believe that's the only thing I was looking at. Let me clarify that. I'm not saying that this is all women are meant to do, this is what a majority of women are doing or anything like that. I'm just saying that women are used in a sexual manner or sexual objects, and we continue to do this. We continue to influence it by doing videos with half-naked women and stuff like that. As you can see, a couple of them have said, like, it's sad to see women having been seen as nothing more than sexual pleasure. As long as I have a pretty face, a nice body, I'm bound to go somewhere in life. Tight skirt, makeup, unbuttoned shirt, no brain, I'm ready for work. I mean, do we really want to portray this image to future kids and stuff like that? Next slide. Oh, sorry. One of them on here that was really interesting was, talked about a violent, oh, it's if women didn't allow themselves to be treated like this wouldn't happen. So let's put away the violin. So I took that as saying, like, basically women are putting it on themselves. I partially agree with that, and I partially don't agree with that, because some women may not have any other way to make money. I understand that. But at the same time, I think it falls back on us as a society as allowing it to happen.
These are interviewees, like you interviewed these
Yeah,
people
this
and
is on
posted their
Facebook.
comments?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were allowed to use any text, email, or Facebook or social media to interview.
Basically, in my conclusion now, I'm not trying to be Superman and try to stop it all at once, because that's impossible. It's just basically awareness. I mean, getting back to your question earlier, like, what could I do? I mean, of course I can monitor with my kids. I mean, maybe seem like a lame dad, but at the same time, I don't want my daughter being in any one of those videos. At the same time, I also want, you know, say my child were to watch this video, my son were to watch this video, I mean, what would he think about women? It's okay to disrespect them. Oh, Daddy, let me go get a bottle of champagne, just pour it all like nothing. You know, I mean, I don't want my child to, you know, worry. I have to go through life thinking of stuff like that. I want them to think with this mind, not that mind. And that's pretty much it.